All right, so let me explain to you one of the things that really pisses me off about certain circumstances, right? When you have all three, but somehow or another, you still manage to get pulled over and arrested. All three as in you got the power, right? You got the gas and you know where you're going. This particular video, Hellcat Charger Slim Body. He has the power. Gas, seemingly he has gas in the car. Knows where he's going. Alpharetta, Georgia, beautiful city, by the way. He's on a 2-3 lane, looks like a freeway. Late at night, no cars on the road. All he has to do is get on the gas and stay on it, and he would be scot-free. He'd be home. But in the midst of having all three, I'm going to have to add another criteria to that. Guess what he didn't have? He didn't have air in his tires. So mid-chase, he's losing air pressure in his tires and ends up having to start to bail out and just get arrested, take the L. I'm going to have to add that to the list now. You got to have power, you got to have gas, you got to know where you're going, and you got to have air in your tires. Let's go ahead and get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a car that makes this a car blog. You don't know what's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe. I'm going to start saying that purposely so that you guys know, because I got a lot of cool stuff coming out, especially around the holidays or whatever. So this particular situation, guys, Forsyth County Sheriff's Office, which is in Alpharetta, Georgia, which is a beautiful, beautiful city. Shout out to Palmer, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, the #1 Dodge dealership. They should be #1 in Georgia. So we got a police chase, right? It initially starts as a suspended license. And of course, the cop pulls up on him. The Charger does something stupid that really bothers me. He actually slows down as the cop turns his lights on. So, I mean, at this point, he already has your make and model. He has your license plate. You can go ahead and give it up. Like at that point, right? Because even if you get away, he's going to show up at your front door the next day. But let's just go ahead and get into the video. I'm not going to hold you guys too long.
With suspended tag registration. The deputy
suspended tag registration.
Stop, but the Charger's driver decided to make a run for it, setting off a high-speed chase.
And you see the Charger getting into the right-hand lane. He saw that cop behind him and was like, nope. All right, so he turns the lights on, lights him up. Charger starts slowing down. I guess he decides, fuck that, I'm in a Hellcat, I'm good. So he takes off. Now, technically, this isn't a highway. Obviously, this is a 2-lane, looks like a freeway of some sort. If you can't get on the highway, a freeway is your next best bet, you know? And this Hellcat is gone. Gone. Look at him. Like, that's what you're supposed to do in these cars. Just go. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If he had blacked his lights out, I think he would have got away a lot sooner. Because looking at this video, even though he's, you know, miles ahead, you can still see them Charger lights on the back. Now, there isn't a lot of traffic, but there's still enough traffic to where the Charger's having to slow down a little bit. Yep, they're turning these corners, hitting these corners hard. He decides to make a turn, so he breaks it all the way down, makes a right turn. Obviously, I don't know where he's going because I'm not from Alpharetta, Georgia. I hope he does. Now he's on a 1-lane street. Not ideal. We've talked about that. Yeah, not ideal at all. 1 lane. Passing the McDonald's. Like, you're not getting anywhere away from cops on a 1-lane road. Let's speed it up a little bit. Still on a 1 lane. I think he said Atlanta Highway, if that makes sense. And then you see another officer that enters the chase. He's on the opposite side with his lights on. Now, even though this is a 1 lane at this point, this guy's moving. So he's doing what he's supposed to do in this 1 lane. Disappearing. But once again, comes to a stop.
Making a right turn on the Mullinex, right turn on Mullinex.
Now he makes another right turn. Yep. As the chase unfolds, the Charger's front tire lost air, forcing the driver to come to a halt. Now you see him slowing down.
As the chase unfolded,
he's losing tire
Charger's
pressure.
front tire lost air,
Gas,
forcing the driver
power,
to come to a
knows
halt.
where he's going.
Two teenagers were
Because
found
he's on a
inside the
2-lane
car.
freeway at this point. He should be disappearing. Nope, slowing down. Slowing down.
G22, we're on Mullinax, continuing towards Union
Yep,
Hill.
I believe he's got a tire going down. That's what the cop said.
About 75 miles per hour.
On his butt. Said he moving in for a pit.
I believe he's got a tire going down.
Let's fast forward a little bit.
I'm right up on him.
Car comes to a complete stop. Like he literally just stops, just pulls over. Oh, that cop was brutal. Show me your MF hands. And it's a wrap. I mean, it's stuff like that that really pisses me off. It's like just a suspended license plate. Is that what they said? Suspended license plate. So I don't know, obviously Georgia. I don't know the laws in Georgia. I don't know if that's something that's punishable by being arrested, or if it's just a situation of, hey, listen, you can't drive this car home. You can have somebody come and pick you up, but you can't drive this car home. You know, we can have it towed to your house, but you can't drive it because the license plate is suspended. Or the license is suspended. One of the two. I can't remember which one he said. It's one of those situations like if it's suspended, depending on how severe or what it's suspended for, you know, we're just going to tow the car back to your house, but you can't drive it, you know, or we're going to tow it downtown and you have to find somebody to come and pick you up. It could have been as simple as that, but he wanted to go the hard route, you know. Hellcat Charger, probably full of gas. Late at night, he's thinking that he can get away, but he forgot, I don't have air in my tires. The front tire started to deflate, you know what I'm saying? Which generally should not happen, provided you have the proper amount of air in your tires. Like your car shouldn't start to deflate, aside from hitting a nail or something like that. He could have very well hit a nail in the middle of this chase, but 9 times out of 10, his shit was already low and he just decided to push it, and it didn't work out for him. He's going to jail. Turns out these were like teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. It was him and it looks like one of his or a girlfriend or something like that. Both of them took him to jail, or at least threw him in the back seat of the car, you know? I mean, I guess I'm going to have to add another criteria to that. It's not enough to just have the power, gas, know where you're going, but I got to add, you know, make sure you got tire pressure as well, or pressure in your tires. Air in your tires is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, this situation pisses me off because, like, this should have been a clean getaway. This should have been a disappearing act, you know? Like, there were so many times in this video where I wanted him to black those tail lights out. Right now, of course, the cops have their blue lights flashing and they got their headlights and all that stuff. But there were a couple times in this video where if that guy went ghost, and we've seen ghost mode on Chargers, if that guy went ghost, he would have been gone. Like, that's one of the first things you got to do is just go ghost. You know what I'm saying? Disappear. Black it out completely, you know? Somebody told me that there's some sort of, I don't know, like a taser or something that allows you to kill the tail lights but keep your headlights, because you know in these cars, once you kill the tail lights, all you're going to have up front is the DRLs, the daytime running lights. So you're not going to have headlights, so you're not even going to know where you're going. It may work if you hit your high beams. I don't know if that works. So if you kill your tail lights, your DRLs come on up front. Maybe if you hit your high beams, then you could run off your high beams, but then again, that may defeat the purpose, because now you got these bright ass front lights and the cops can see that. So maybe you do want to go completely ghost, just black it out altogether. But he didn't do that, and you could see the Charger from a mile away. Even though the Charger was, you know, gaining distance away from the cop, you could still see that bright ass one light in the back, you know, and you knew it was the Charger that was running away. And then the fact that he was on, in some cases, a one lane where he had to slow down for traffic and all that stuff, that lets you know like he wasn't going far. And then he runs out of air. Come on now. Like I'm telling you guys, in some situations, now to my understanding with this guy, he had a warrant and he had a suspended license. So he probably, I'm not going to say did the right thing, but did the only thing that he knew to do at the time in order to stay out of jail, or what he thought he was going to be able to do is stay out of jail. But in most people's cases, if you don't have warrants, you don't have suspended license, just take the L. Just take the small L, you know, take the ticket, take the fine, take the citation. You don't even know if that guy's going to give you a ticket. A lot of cops are cool nowadays. One of my homeboys was telling me a story where he was, I don't think he was in a Charger. He said he was in a Camaro. He said he was in a Camaro 2SS. I believe that's what it was. And he was getting it on 485. And he was doing, I'm lying. It was a Mustang. I knew it wasn't a Dodge. He said it was a Mustang 350 that he had, and he sold it now. But he got pulled over by CMPD. I don't think it was state troopers, because state troopers, like, once they pull out, you're getting something. But he got pulled over by CMPD on 485, and long story short, the cop was like, you know, just take it easy. You know, I understand I'm a car guy. He said the cop himself said he had a Camaro SS. That's what it was. He said himself he had a Camaro SS and he be pushing it. He was like, just slow down, man. Just take it to the track, take it to the strip. That's the only place, not on the highway. And long story short, he let him go without a ticket, you know? So you might run into that cool cop that's like, listen, man, I know what these cars can do. I have a car like this myself. I'm a car guy. Just slow it down. Take it to the strip, take it to the track, take it somewhere legal and professional. So there's always a chance that you may get away scot-free, you know? Depending on how fast you're going, however, that chance is kind of slim to none. You know, I would imagine if you're pushing 110, 120, 130 plus, yeah, you're probably getting a reckless ticket, and they're probably going to take your car and take you to jail and impound your car and all that stuff. That is a very realistic possibility. You know what I'm saying? Because that's reckless at that point. But that's not a guarantee, right? You might run into a good cop and he's, you know, having a good day, and it's like, listen, just slow down, you know, and he'll let you go. But if you try to run from him, that's going to be your ass. Now, in this case, the reason that they chased him was because I found out at the end of the video, he did have active warrants against him. So they were looking for this guy. Right now, you know, if you're like me, or if you're just an ordinary citizen with no warrants or anything like that, you know, they may let you go. They may just turn the lights off and let you go on about your day. But if you got warrants like this guy and you got a suspended license plate, they're going to chase you. As you saw, there were 2 or 3 cops that entered the chase at some point in this video. So in his case, they were going to get him. They had to get him. You know what I'm saying? For the average citizen that's, you know, living above the table at that point, you should be okay if you decide to run, because they're probably just going to turn their lights off. But if you got warrants and stuff like that against you, they're going to chase you. They're going to chase you until, you know, either you get away completely or somebody's cars just blow up or something wild like that. But they're going to chase you. This was an interesting situation. You had all of them. You had all 3 criteria, but still somehow or another found a way to get pulled over and arrested. So once again, guys, I'm trying to tell you, like, it doesn't pay to run all the time, whether you got a Hellcat or not. You may just want to take that small L and live to fight another day, and live to have your freedom for another day, if that makes sense. But as always, guys, it's your boy Knockout 360. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. Peace.